Today is day 7 and I'm at the local swimming pool, Water World, so that's why my hair's an absolute wet mess. But I just wanted to come on here for day 7 and say how much more confident I feel just for being able to do this for 7 days and to stick with it and to make a plan. But yeah, I really wanted to come on and say hi, and it's really good. I was like, what am I going to say today? What am I going to talk about? I was like, you know what it's like sometimes when you're not sure, you know, what to exactly talk about. This morning I sort of got up and I kind of was a little bit doubting myself again. Well, not really. It was just all stuff that was coming up, you know, doubting what I'm doing and whether I can, you know, make a difference. Yeah, so I'm really going to do this for myself today, and so I'm really going to honour myself and my ability to stick with this for 7 days, because was actually an incredibly scary thing to do, because I was really worried how I was going to be perceived or what people were going to think, and I realised that worrying about that was actually kind of pointless in a way, because none of it's really been relevant, and people are always going to think things, and it's not really a big deal. What was I even worried about? So I feel like I'm sitting here now and I'm like, what was I even worried about? You know, let's honor how far we've come. Let's not worry about that there's more places we want to go to, or there's other things we want to achieve. Let's just honour that which we've actually been able to do, and honour how far we've actually come, because I feel like sometimes we can be so focused on this and that, and that we don't really honour and remember how far we've actually come. Yeah, I think it's really important to remember how far we have actually come as people. And if I compare myself to myself when I was 20, there's a huge difference. Obviously age and experience, but you know, there's a real sense of knowing myself on a deeper level now, and knowing what I feel called to do. You know, like when I was at high school, it was like they were like, you know, what do you want to be when you grow up? And it's like, what if we don't know? What if we're like multi-potentialites and we want to do a gazillion different things and have many projects on the go, and what if that's like totally okay? Because I do. I've got an artsy project on the go at the moment, as well as I work, and then I'm studying, and I must enjoy lots of things at once. Yeah, totally loving life. And if you want to do something, or you get an inkling to do something, just totally do it. Well, I don't say don't be worried about fear, because fear feels like it's a very big player, I'll be honest. But when you actually do that which you are worried about, you actually step into that, you go, okay, I feel the fear and I'll just do it anyway. You realise that even more and more that fear is actually not even real. It's just what our mind's made up. And have a look. I urge you to have a think about what thoughts you do have in the day. Just listen to the little thoughts you have, and you know, just go, oh, okay. And if you have a thought, whatever it might be, negative, positive, and just honouring that, and not going, this is a bad thought and this is a good thought, because all thoughts are thoughts. So nothing has to be bad and nothing has to be good. Like, it can just be just a thought. And obviously positive thoughts are better than, you know, ones that are a bit more negative. But yeah, I'm just honouring that. I didn't know what to call today. I was like, I don't have a set topic of what I'm going to talk about. I don't know what I'm going to say. But I'm showing up and staying in the room. And that's the main thing, you know, like showing up for ourselves in whatever way, shape or form that is, whether that's with exercise. And, you know, it's the more you show up for yourself, the happier you are, the better you feel about yourself, the more confident you feel, because you're doing things that are stretching you. We're not meant to stay in one place, you know, as humans. We're meant to, I could be wrong, meant to grow and expand and discover things about ourselves. And you know, I guess as time goes on, we realise there's things that have kind of stood in our way, maybe when we were a little bit more unconscious about it. But when we can be more conscious about what's happening in our own world, and then we can look back at 15 years ago and go, oh, that's why I thought X, Y, Z, you know, that's why, this is where this came from, this is where the worry about this came from. I know I've had a lot of hang-ups from always feeling like I had a curvier figure than other women, and I always compared myself to that, and I was always put on the spot for not put on the spot, but I was always reminded that I was, sorry, hips too big. I'm honouring that now, and the thing is, when things happen in our life, I think the pain stays. If we don't honour the pain, if we don't honour how we're feeling, the pain doesn't really go away. Like, it just stays there. It might get diminished, it might go deep in the background, but does kind of stay. It's all been my experience. It might not be anyone else's, but this is what this is about, showing up for myself and honouring my truth in whatever shape or form that is. So yeah, that was really what today's video was about, honouring how far we've come. So I want you to sometimes reflect like on how far you've actually come as a person in different ways. Hope you have yourself an amazing, wonderful day. Oh, my hair's an absolute mess. I don't know what I'm going to do here going forwards. I'm like, do I continue doing live videos when I feel like it? But I've done the 7 days. I've done what I've committed to today. So I've done what I've committed to 7 days ago, to doing 7 live videos, and to me that's amazing. And that's good. And to some people watching this, they'll be like, oh, what's a big deal? Everyone's got their own life. So you look at what somebody else is doing, and we don't realise that someone's actually stretching themselves a lot. But let's honour that, be there for ourselves, be present for ourselves, and be present for others. Talking to myself, gotta love that. Which is cool. That's why I did this. It's kind of like a dear diary, but you're sharing sharing my heart and showing other people that you can do something that scares you, because this scared the hell out of me before I started. This scared me. This really did. So yeah, I might head off on that note. If I feel, there may be some other different types of lives that I might do whatever comes to me, and it might be 30 seconds of inspiration. Might do artsy ones of me drawing. Hope you have a wonderful day.